So just now we have seen a conversation between a guy who was threatening to leak explicit pictures of a girl. She was a happy teenager until she met a man online. She started chatting with this man more often and started to like him. He was getting more personal, asking her to share intimate photos of her. As she liked him, she sent the photos willingly. He saved these photos and threatened her to come back to him. But she refused as she felt the relationship is toxic. He blackmailed her that he would show up her photos to her parents and also threatened that he would mention his past relationship with her. She was upset and traumatized to the core. This incident had an horrendous effect on the mental health of the girl and left absolutely clueless with no idea of what to do next. Cyberbullying is becoming more common these days than bullying in person. Cyberbullying can be any type, like sharing his or her personal information without his or her consent, or even blackmailing a person to come back to the relationship as seen in the previous scenario. It has existed for a quite long time. As a result of digital age and even more digitalization of our daily lives, new benefits such as those related to education and socialization have emerged. Unfortunately, the digital age has also opened up the door for new dangers to children's well-being. One such harms includes cyberbullying. While only a handful of locals might witness a traditional bullying incident, YouTube digital cameras make the spread of humiliation available to much wider audience, in some cases reaching thousands of people. The internet grants users that aim to hurt others a lot of anonymity to hide behind. Cyberbullying succumbs to the life of the person suffering. They suffer from many physical, psychological, and emotional consequences. Any type of bullying can have physical and psychological effects on the child. Anxiety, fear, depression, low self-esteem, behavior issues, and even type of victimization may impact the severity of its consequences.
Blackmailing is a form of an emotional abuse, and like all other abuses, it is about power and control. A person who uses this tactic wants to make you afraid of some consequences to get you to do what they want. Things that are to be done when someone blackmails you using your private pictures. The first thing is to neutralize the threat. Neutralize the threats that your partner is making. For example, if they're threatening to tell your parents about something you did, you could go to your parents first and be direct and honest about what happened. Surely, it's an uncomfortable thing to do, but your blackmailer would no longer be able to control you with that threat. The next thing is to turn into your support system. A support system can help you stay firm and feel supported during a difficult time. Parents or a friend or counselor would possibly be able to calm you down. You need to share with them the problem you're facing. However, doing all the above things won't help till you take certain critical and necessary legal steps. Here is what to do. You can call the police on the hotline number 100 and tell them what is happening around you. They will take your name and address and immediately send police from the local police station to meet you. You can guide them. The police will note down your statement and then catch hold of the guy or guys behind this. They then take away their phones and computers, lock them up and interrogate them till the police find out where the rest of the clips are so that nothing can be leaked. They will recover these clips and gadgets and take it into the police custody. After proper evidence recording, they are required to destroy all the clips or photos. It is also recommended to approach a lawyer you can trust, who will be sensitive and supportive. Through such a person, file a civil case asking for an injunction from the court on the individuals who are threatening you. Once a notice from the court is served on them, ideally along with an injunction to not share those clips or photos with any person, plus a demand to present themselves before the court, at this point of time they will be scared that you may file a criminal case as well, which would lead to their arrest.
In the present case, the guy will be charged for criminal intimidation defined under section 503 of IPC as whosoever threatens another with any injury to his person, reputation or property, or to the person or reputation of anyone in whom that person is entrusted with intent to cause alarm to that person or to cause that person to do any act which he is not legally bound to do, or to omit to do any act which that person is legally entitled to do as the means of avoiding the execution of such threat, commits criminal intimidation and shall be punished with imprisonment for term of 2 years or fine or both. Secondly, the guy has also leaked the explicit pictures of a minor to his friends. Hence, he will be charged under section 67 and 67A of IT Act 2000 for publishing or transmitting obscene material in electronic form, and if its effect is such as to tend to deprave and corrupt persons who are likely, having regard to all relevant circumstances, to read, see or hear the matter contained in it, and whosoever publishes or transmit any material which contains sexually explicit act or conduct shall be punished on first conviction with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 5 years and with fine which may extend to rupees 10 lakh. In fact, the girl happens to be a minor, so he will be charged under Section 67B of IT Act, which penalizes publication and transmission of obscene material of containing sexually explicit act and material depicting children or minor in sexually explicit acts in electronic form. The punishment can be up to 7 years along with fine that can be up to 10 lakh rupees. Furthermore, the guy had taken the screenshot of the unsolicited images without her permission and also exposed her, which resulted in charging him under Section 66E of IT Act, which state as whosoever intentionally or knowingly captures, publishes or transmits the image of a private area of any person without his or her consent under circumstances violating the privacy of that person shall be punished with imprisonment which may extend to 3 years or with fine not exceeding 2 lakh rupees or with both. So lastly, in order to sum up all the sections under which he will be charged are as follows. So firstly, section 503 of IPC, which talks about criminal intimidation. Section 67 and 67A of IT Act for publishing or transmitting obscene material. Section 67B of IT Act, which penalizes transmission of obscene material of a minor. And lastly, Section 66E of IT Act, which talks about violation of privacy.
Cyberbullying and cyber harassment are serious problems in every country and every society. These crimes lead to mental distress and cause emotional suffrage to the victims. There are many ways which are adopted by the government in the form of different acts and laws to avoid these crimes. It is not only the government but the people should also understand the seriousness of these crimes and try to prevent them. In the process of prevention of such crimes, the society plays a very important role. The society will either support the victim or blames the victim. In most of the cases, the society blames the victim, they degrade, defame and judge the victim's character. This mindset of the people makes it even more difficult for the victim to stand strong and fight for justice. As it is a very sensitive situation, the society should support and encourage the victims in their struggle. There are some ways which the society can adopt to prevent these crimes, which include keeping the software updated, encryption of hard disk, using only secured websites, not sharing any personal information or pictures on social media platforms, and protecting your data and e-identity. People say our safety is in our own hands, so we have to do our part to prevent such crimes from happening. Awareness is the main key to prevent online harassment. Unless and until our society recognizes cyberbullying for what it is, the suffering of thousands of silent victims will continue. In order to eliminate such crimes, the schools, parents and society should make a combined effort, and also the government should improve and impose strict punishments in order to curb these crimes. Spread fraternity, stop cyberbullying. Thank you.